Don't mistake yourself as my friend. And if someone trespasses again, I'll hold them until the police arrive. Those were Jungkook's own words during a recent live stream. On September 1st, BTS's Jungkook went live on Weverse to thank fans for his birthday wishes. But what he shared shocked everyone. Just a day earlier, a woman in her 40s had broken into his home. Through his security cameras, he watched her move around his private space until police arrived and arrested her. And this wasn't the first time. Earlier in the summer, another woman had tried to force her way into the same building. For many, this was just another reminder of what the K-pop world calls Sasaengs, obsessive fans who invade idols' private lives. But in China, this culture has taken on a life of its own. They're called Sisheng fans, or private life fans. And while they look a lot like Sasaengs, the forces that created them are very different. Today, we're going inside China's obsessive fan culture and asking why private life fans cross the line from love into obsession. So what exactly are private life fans? In Chinese, they're called Sisheng fans. These aren't casual supporters who follow an idol's work. They're fans who cross into the most personal parts of a celebrity's life, tracking flights, crowding airports, waiting outside homes, hacking phone numbers, even following family members. In many ways, they look just like Korea's Sasaeng fans. But in China, the label Sisheng is more than just an insult. It's a category everyone in the industry recognizes. Stars, studios, and even state media talk about them, sometimes condemning them, sometimes quietly tolerating them, but never fully able to make them disappear. And that raises the question, why do they exist in China, and what makes this culture so different? In Thailand, the BL industry practically sells intimacy as a product. Fan service is encouraged, ships are marketed, and audiences are invited to blur the line between actors and characters. So when Thai fans act overly invested, there's at least an explanation. They're buying exactly what the industry is selling them. But China is the opposite. Here, the state censors BL, restricts idols, and controls what gets shown on screen. Private affection between male leads is cut, fan culture is heavily policed, and actors are warned not to play into shipping. On paper, everything should discourage obsession. And yet, the reality is the opposite. Chinese fans are widely regarded as some of the most intense in the world. That's because scarcity fuels desire. When content is restricted, fans chase whatever scraps they can find. And when idols are tightly managed, the sense of access becomes even more valuable. On top of that, China's fandom culture is hyper-competitive. Fans don't just watch shows, they stream, vote, bulk buy in massive quantities, and organize like armies, with data teams and task forces assigned to different goals. Supporting an idol feels like a duty. And for private life fans, crossing the line into stalking isn't seen as obsession. It's seen as dedication. Add to this a generation of young people raised as only children, often lonely and looking for connection, and you get a perfect storm. Fans who don't just admire their idols, but try to manage and even control them. Private life fans aren't just disruptive, they're powerful. In China, fan groups can make or break a celebrity's career. When they're on someone's side, they're unstoppable. They organize mass buying campaigns that sell out products in minutes. They trend an idol's name on Weibo, flood streaming platforms with views, and convince brands they're worth investing in. Entire careers have been launched because a fandom pushed hard enough. But when things turn negative, the same force can destroy a career. The clearest example is Xiaozhan. In 2020, a conflict between his fans and online communities led to the takedown of AO3, one of the world's biggest fan fiction sites. The backlash was so severe that Xiaozhan disappeared from public life for months, losing endorsements and projects. He eventually came back, proving that top A-listers can survive scandals. But for smaller or mid-tier actors, that kind of fan-driven storm can end a career completely. That's the double-edged sword. Private life fans can lift someone higher than the industry ever could, but they can also drag them down just as fast. The dark side of private life fans shows up in all the places celebrities should feel safe. Airports are one of the most visible examples. When flight details are leaked, entire terminals can fill with fans. Videos often show stars struggling to move as they're surrounded by cameras, pushing and shouting crowds. Hotels are another hotspot. Some private life fans book rooms on the same floor as celebrities, sneak into restricted areas, or even try to break into their rooms. There have been cases of fans hiding in bathrooms or slipping notes under doors just to prove they were there. And beyond the physical invasions, there are digital ones. Flight records get hacked, ID numbers leaked, even family members targeted, all in the name of love. For BL fans, this behavior hit close to home earlier this year, when revenged love actors Tian Shuning and Ziyu were mobbed at the airport by overwhelming crowds. The incident highlighted how quickly excitement can spill over into invasion, leaving actors trapped between gratitude for support and fear for their safety. What private life fans call love often looks like ownership. By pushing past boundaries, they convince themselves they're protecting or supporting their idols. In reality, they're erasing the line between admiration and control. Celebrities and studios aren't blind to the problem. Stars often go public with complaints, posting messages that beg fans not to follow them to airports or invade their hotels. Some even call out private life fans directly, though it rarely stops the behavior for long. Agencies and production companies try to step in too. They hire extra security, issue statements, and sometimes blacklist the worst offenders. A few actors have even gone to court, pressing charges against fans who crossed into harassment or trespassing. Platforms have also been forced to act. After several high-profile incidents, Weibo banned accounts that shared flight details and cracked down on groups coordinating stalking. And in 2021, regulators launched a nationwide fan circle cleanup campaign. It banned fundraising for idols, limited fan voting, and promised tighter control of toxic fan culture. But even with all this pushback, private life fans haven't disappeared. The culture is too entrenched, and the rewards for fans, the feeling of closeness, the proof of devotion, are too powerful. Policing can push the problem into the shadows, but it hasn't solved it. Private life fans are a reminder of how fragile the boundary between love and obsession can be. In China, their culture has grown out of scarcity, censorship, and hyper-competitive fandoms, turning devotion into control and affection into invasion. For idols and actors, this support is both a blessing and a burden. It can launch careers, sell out products, and dominate headlines. But it can also leave them with no safe space, trapped between gratitude for their fans and fear of their fans. And maybe that's the core paradox of parasocial love. When admiration crosses the line, it stops being love at all. I hope this pause in the chaos makes you think. Until next time, this is GPkP.